What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Dylan Talks Tone. This is an exciting video for me. We're going to talk about some stuff here in a few minutes. I'm sure that all of you as guitar players, whichever your ability, whatever your budget, whatever your time playing, whatever your, unless you're really new and haven't tried a bunch of stuff, chances are you have a favorite guitar. You have a favorite pickup. You have a favorite kind of tone that you're going for all the time. And you know, it's funny, like people will make fun of me on this channel for like always sounding the same and playing the same stuff. Well, it's because there's a couple of reasons. One is because the reason I play guitar is different maybe than you, because a lot of times I'm doing like testing and I like to hear the same thing over and over again so that I can understand, you know, what pickups are doing and what guitars are doing and that kind of stuff. That's the main reason. Also, I'm not an amazing guitar player. It's not my focus in life, you know, being amazing. So, you know, all those things aside, the other thing is I have a sound that I like. And when we get to a point where we really like it, let's just say over the last few years, I've kind of gone all in. At least I thought I went all in until very recently on my favorite pickup. So I'm going to show you what that is. Obviously, you probably already know if you followed this channel for more than a minute. And yeah, today's exciting. Obviously, the thing that all of these guitars have in common is that they all have P90s in them. In fact, these three right here all have my P90s in them. I'm pretty excited about, well, you know, we've been making them for a long time, and if you follow this channel for any amount of time, you know that I'll tell you, we make the best P90s in the world. I am very proud of that, and yeah, these are pretty cool. So, from right to left, we've got a Gibson SG Junior. This is not a custom shop thing or anything. I think it's like a 2019 or so. I picked that up at the Gibson showroom in Nashville. And not long after that, I put my own pickup in it. This is a Texas Toast Challenger with two of my custom P90s in it with some custom stuff. This is an amazing guitar. If you do not have a Texas Toast Challenger, you definitely need to get one. Obviously, I have interest in it because they use my P90s in a lot of them, but you can get, you know, their guitars with other stuff in them too. I'm just telling you that that's an excellent guitar. And then this one in the middle is very special. This is a friend of mine who has followed our channel for a long time. His name is Don, and it's actually called Silton in Guitars. We'll get some B-roll and stuff as we're talking about these guitars. But this is my dream guitar is like a 58 Les Paul Jr. double cut in TV yellow. And as he was learning to build guitars, he now has a line of guitars in, you know, in stores in Canada and stuff. But as he was learning to build guitars, he built me this and brought this to the United States and gave it to me. And yeah, so it's super special to me because he's actually built me two guitars now and given them to me. And I'm not saying he's the only one who's ever given me a guitar as a gift, but pretty much. And it's really cool. And so I really love that thing. We've got a pinup girl on the back and a pinup girl on the front. We've named this one Mary Jane, not Mary Ann. And that's an incredible guitar. All three of these guitars are very different. If we look at the Gibson, obviously it is a Gibson. It's very light. It's got the slim 60s taper neck, but it's bigger than the other two. The neck is actually bigger than the other two. And the guitar sounds incredible, and it's just so punk rock. this Junior here, it sounds incredible too. The neck is a lot smaller. It's got hip shot tuners on it. It's got this wraparound bridge with adjustable intonation and stuff, which is the way he designed it, so I didn't change it. It's got it's a one-piece mahogany body. It's friggin' amazing, and it sounds awesome too. I mean, it sounds a little different. You know, they're designed by different people and obviously built differently, but it sounds fantastic. And then this guy right here, this is this Texas Toast thing is something. So when I ordered my Texas Toast Challenger Level 2, which is what this is, I had no idea that it was going to come in pink paisley. And they know that I love pink guitars. Of course, I have a bunch of them. And they know that I love pink guitars. And so they put a fabric top on it. And they surprised me with this metallic burst and the pink back, and it's an incredible guitar. Now it's a maple neck, it's a mahogany body, it's got two P90s in it, of course, and so you can get a bunch more out of it in different ways than these other two guitars. So they're just, all three of them, you know, they're just different animals. It's just so much fun. Hey, buddy. Give me a toy. How you doing? How you doing? Hey, do you think they should subscribe to the channel? Yeah. Tell them the same thing we told them last time. If you don't subscribe, you must really hate puppies, which is not a nice way to live life, right? So if you like puppies, you think puppies are cute, you should definitely subscribe. Now I need to go clean my lens. So a lot of folks would say, well, why do you even like P90s? It doesn't make sense. They're noisy. Of course, I've got single pickup guitars here. That must be very one-dimensional. If you follow the channel for any amount of time, you'll know that I'll encourage people to buy a guitar with one pickup in it. It really teaches you, especially when you're playing through like a Princeton, like a low wattage amp, it really teaches you how the guitar works, right? Like the dynamics of the pickup, if it's a good one. And also if you have a good understanding of gain stages, if you have a good understanding of the volume and the tone circuit in the guitar, you can get a lot out of a single pickup guitar. So I really encourage it. And the P90 to me is one of the more expressive pickups to do this with. You can get real sweetness out of it, but you can also get real super rock and roll. And the whole punk rock and roll thing is where I like to live. So that's why I like this stuff. Now, at the beginning of the video, I told you I kind of went all in. So I've got one more guitar over here. This is my new Gibson Custom Shop Les Paul Jr. TV model. For those of you that are not familiar, this is based on a 1958 model TV. And the reason they call it TV is because they made it this yellow so that it would look better on a black and white television. And so this is called the TV model. It's got the old school, smaller logo, and it says TV model there. It's a single piece of mahogany with a Gibson Custom Shop P90 in it. It's got the wraparound bridge. It's got a VOS sort of, it's not relict or aged or any of the Murphy Lab stuff, but it is like a VOS finish, so it doesn't feel brand new, I guess. I'll leave a link to it in the description. I did buy this at Sweetwater. I bought it with my own money. Of course, Gibson doesn't, sponsor anything, and Sweetwater's not going to sponsor anything kind of like this. So, why did I buy this guitar? Obviously, I can make my own pickups. I can do my own everything, and I've got all that stuff. But this, to me, is the thing, right? Those things are things that are kind of like the thing, but this thing is the thing. And if you've followed the channel for any amount of time, you know that I encourage people to get the thing that is the thing, right? Like, not an imitation of the thing, but the actual thing. And this is as close as I could get. Of course, a real 58 is running somewhere around 15 grand or so. So I figured a custom shop version would be, close enough for everything that I want to do. Of course, the first question is, people ask, A, is it worth it? In a word, yes, it's fantastic. B, are you going to put your own pickup in it? No, I'm actually not going to put my own pickup in it. We have a few guitars around here at Dylan Talks Tone that I have basically for reference, right? We make pickups. That's what we do. That's what my living is. That's how I make a living, is we make pickups. And after doing it for 11 years, what I found is sometimes you can sort of, you gotta, well, let's say, you gotta make sure that you don't go off the rails, right? You're always designing stuff, you're coming up with own sounds, but you gotta get in your own echo chamber of, this is what a pickup is supposed to sound like. So I have a few guitars around here. I have a Gibson Les Paul, I have this, I have a Telecaster, I have a Strat, I've got a Silver Sky, I've got a few guitars that I've not modified. I've not put my own pickups in, so that I can just remember and remind myself, what is it really supposed to sound like, and what problems, if any, am I solving or creating or anything when I say we make an improvement to a pickup sound. And for me, the 56 to 58 Les Paul Jr. is the standard for how a P90 should sound. So by now you've heard all 4 of these guitars in this video. Of course, they all sound different. They've all got different constructions. They've got different, all kind of stuff is different about them. So it's not that they're going to be identical, but across the board, I'm very, very happy. We've got those other 3 guitars with my pickups in it. And now we've got this custom shop Gibson that really gives us a good reference for what, to me, I think this pickup sounds fantastic. This guitar sounds really good. And after playing everything kind of back to back over the last few days, I'm really, really happy with my P90. That's the interesting part. Buying this guitar has made me happy with what we build even more, right? Like, I've done a bunch of comparisons over the years with various brands and various things like that, and I've always said we make the best P90 in the world. But I think that this, to me, is the standard. I wanted to buy the thing, right? I wanted to buy the thing that is the thing, not a thing like the thing. And I feel like we did that with this guitar. And I'm really, really stoked. And a little side note to this, there's been a few guitars in my life since I was a little kid. My dad had a real one of these in our music store when I was a child. And I have always wanted one of these. This has been kind of my dream. For those of you that know me more personally, you'll know that the 59 or 58 Les Paul Jr. in TV yellow double cut single P90 has been my grail electric guitar. If I could sell everything and only own one guitar, it would be this. And so personally for me too, this is a really cool thing for me to own, and I am very, very, very excited about it. I think it's really neat, and I'm already getting a lot of enjoyment out of playing it. So if you want soap bar P90s, such as these, whether you want custom ones or you want regular black or cream ones, or you want a dog ear P90, such as these are all available at Dylan Talks Tone, and you can get them. You can order them right now. We have a bunch of different custom stuff, and I just have to say that I'm pretty excited. I think that what we've done here is pretty cool. Anyway, if you're into P90s, definitely check out the links in the description, and we will see you in the next video.